What is going on, viewers of Brave Volcarona? TheDarkEwan45 here, doing my NU thing for you today. I've got a team that I like to use. It's got a balanced, no repeating types. Main problem is though that I've got 5 physical attackers and 1 special attacker, so I've got to switch up some of the synergy on here. I might switch out the throw, I'm thinking, and then maybe the Armaldo. I don't know. It's a tough decision. I don't know what to do. And so anyway, my opponent is Carlee, or Carlee, however you say it. I will say that there is a little bit of something on her team that will end up actually mattering a bit in the match. Means that anyway, you'll see when we get there. And I'm just using a whole bunch of stuff, and she's using stuff, and I'll go through what was going on during the match as we go through. So anyway, she decides to leave with her Golurk, expecting my Armaldo switch to set up rocks, but I'm going to go with my Mill Tank because my Mill Tank carries my rocks, not my Armaldo. This is Stealth Rock, Body Slam, Milk Drink, and Heal Bell. And first thing it does is tank a Dynamic Punch easily because Mill Tank doesn't give a crap, man. Mill Tank doesn't care. Mill Tank's just a boss. So anyway, I can go into my Golurk predicting another Dynamic Punch. If she wanted to be aggressive and go for Shadow Punch on that one, I would have been in a little bit stickier of a situation. But as it is, she's just going to get up her own rocks, meaning that I got to find a point to bring in my Armaldo, which means that I need to get rid of her Golurk so I can spin. Anyway, I'm adamant I'm adamant Iron Fist boosted Shadow Punch, so I do a lot more than she does. However, she does outspeed me because I don't carry too many speed EVs. It's just enough to outspeed some defensive things, as it is. However, I'm going to be able to die to another Shadow Punch and then safely bring in my Absolute Pursuit Trap. Whether or not I'm successful in that remains to be seen, but as it is, I'm not sure if she decides to switch out or if I'm just faster, because both are possible, and I just get to kill her Golurk with the Pursuit. However, it does mean that her next big threat is going to come in to just really put a damper on my day. Her Sock's going to come in, and I look at my team, and I'm like, well, I could bring in Tropius expecting the close combat, but if she Stone Edges, it's going to be a problem for me. So what I decide to do is I go into my Mill Tank, just, as a nice pivot switch / death fodder, as she does decide to lock herself into the close combat, which means I can easily go into my physically defensive Tropius guy here, and just be a general pain in the butt, because this Tropius, let me tell you, is probably the most annoying thing in the world. If you do not carry a grass type, which my opponent does not actually do, he will end up stalling you out of a lot of things. As it is, I'm going to sub, and I'm going to Leech Seed on up here, and the crux of the set is not actually revealed currently. It's not revealed right here. But let's just say that it functions really around what my item is, and it works very well. Ask some of my friends how well this works. Subseed Protect Tropius with Air Slash is a standard for me in NU. It's just a whole lot of fun to use, as long as people don't carry, the grass types that they need to. Amoonguss is a really big problem for me. But anyway, I decide to switch into my throw, saying that he's either going to go for Sludge Bomb or Will-O-Wisp, most likely, which means that I get statused, probably, and I get my Guts boost. Not the greatest thing to do, bring in a throw on a Weezing, because Weezing takes hits so well, but I figure if something's got to be foddered down with this Weezing, it might as well be my throw, because I do have the Rest Recovery. I am Rest, Sleep, Talk, Bulk Up, Mono attacking with Circle Throw. Not Circle Throw, sorry, Storm Throw, the move that always crits, which means that it's essentially a 120 base power move. And unfortunately, my opponent does carry both Sludge Bomb and Clear Smog, which means that I can't bulk up eternally on her. I'm just gonna start just firing off +2 Storm Throws, and you're gonna see it's not doing a lot to Weezing. However, the great thing about having an opponent whose health is based off of Pain Split means that the less health you have, the less health they can recover. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start hammering some Storm Throws here. Leech Seed and my Storm Throws are going to start wearing her Weezing down, which is in turn going to start wearing my Throw down with Pain Split, because my Throw does have a lot of HP. But as long as I can get out of here by resting on the turn that her wheezing dies to leech seed damage, I can still come out on top of here. That's at least my plan. The only thing that can really spoil that is a crit on her end, because I'm getting a crit every turn on my end. That's the only problem with Storm Throw, is that sometimes you really want like a crit for that extra damage, but with Storm Throw being a crit every turn, you'd never get more damage ever than what you're doing right there. The one good thing about always critting is that it will go through boosts. So if someone tries to, for instance, bulk up on you, or, you know, contrary superpower if you're facing a Spinda, you can just set up all over them, you know, just bulk up alongside their superpowers and then just Storm Throw to cut straight through their defense, you know, stuff. So anyway, as it is, her Sludge Bomb's doing around 18%. I see that, meaning I've got to keep that number in mind, because after this set of lefties and Leech Seed, I believe I'm up around 32%? 33%. Alright, one of the two. Anyway, her Weezing's getting very dangerously low on health. It comes right back up with Pain Split though, so it just comes down to who's gonna, you know, what I really want to do is I can't let this Weezing die at the same time that my throw, you know, I can't kill. Basically, I can't afford to give her a switch into my throw, because I want to keep my throw alive for later, which means that I'm just gonna have to hope right here that lefties and Leech Seed are going to bring her down to the range where, after especially my burn, if she Pain Splits, she's not going to be able to live as I just get to rest. But unfortunately, she gets back up to 15% with the Pain Split, which does mean that she's going to be able to live this Leech Seed, I believe, on 8 or 9. 8%, okay. Which does mean she'll be able to Pain Split here no matter what happens. Looking at the number of things on my end, best thing I can do is go into my Tropius. Unfortunately, Stealth Rocks does bring me to the range where I'm going to eat my Citrus Berry, get that 25% from Stealth Rocks back, and that's more HP for her to Pain Split away. And she also saw that she was faster. So this Weezing is really being just a general pain in my ass right here. And it's not great. But what I can do right here is just protect on her switch as she goes into her Altaria. Now, here's the part of the match that I say wasn't great at the beginning. Because her Altaria's item is Black Sludge. Now, originally, well, also, for instance, oh, pause, hold on, here we go. As you can see right there, I obtained a Citrus Berry and then ate it immediately. My ability is Harvest, and my item is Citrus Berry. So, every turn, at the end of the turn, there is a 30% chance that I will find a Citrus Berry, and I might use it, and then I have another 30% chance to find a Citrus Berry again. I have had a turn where what happened was, I got hit by a move down to 25%, ate my Citrus Berry up to 50, subbed, then at the end of the turn I found a Citrus Berry, ate it, found another Citrus Berry. Tropius is dangerous with its ability Harvest, and against the right Pokemon it can set up all day, just easily. For instance, this is a physically defensive Tropius, so against fighting types it goes to town. It's beautiful, especially when my last move is Air Slash, especially for the flinch chance. And it also works against opposing grass types. Executor, it's a beautiful thing. Anyway, that's the idea, but as I was saying, her Altaria actually has Black Sludge. What I think she originally had a different poison type. She had a different Pokemon, a poison type, in that slot, and then when she made Altaria, she forgot to change its item. This, however, is a little bit unfortunate for her, but pretty great for me, because Altaria is a really big problem. What I'd have to do is fodder something eventually to get a free switch into my Armaldo, and hope that max HP 4 defense Armaldo lives a boosted hit from Altaria. I'm not certain how much, if that's possible, if it would be able to, but you'll see what happens. Because I'm going to protect right here, scouting for the switcheroo or the trick, which I know Altaria doesn't get, but when you're running Black Sludge, I'm like, does she think it gets it and she wants to give me that? But as it is, I'm going to get a Citrus Berry right back. And she's just going to Dragon Dance here. So she's got Roost, Dragon Dance, and I'm assuming she's going to have Dragon Stab and then a coverage move. That's at least my assumption right here. She's probably not going to have Dual Stab, given that her other stab would be Aerial Ace, probably. So anyway, I get to leech seed, and then I'm just going to sub on up, and Altaria isn't going to be doing too much because again I am physically defensive Tropius, and yeah. So anyway, Dragon Dance. So she's a +2/+2. The one problem with Dragon Dance does mean that she outspeeds me no matter what. Anyway, especially with her speed boosting, she's only going to keep outspeeding me, which means that I can't flinch with Air Slash. However, Air Slash, Leech Seed, and Black Sludge are doing enough damage where she can't really not roost per se. As you can see, Air Slash is 13%, Black Sludge is 12, Leech Seed is 12. So that right there is 37% out of her 50% roost, and it's not great. I mean, she can go for a Dragon Claw here, but I can just go for an Air Slash, force her down to the range where she would have to roost again. What I was really expecting her to do right here was to hit me with a +2 Dragon Claw, just to see how much it would do, but there is no chance that a +2 Dragon Claw from an Altaria would be able to take out this Tropius at all. It's the reason I love max defense. Tropius is special, like its typing means it's really good on the physically defensive side. Special defensive side, it's not so great. You'll see a little bit later. Anyway, I put up the sub as she roosts again. She left at 37%, which thanks to rocks means that she's going to come in at around 20, like 13, 12, which isn't too bad for me. She does switch out, go into her sock here as I go for the air slash. Then she pulls another switch into her wheezing as I go for, I believe, a leech seed. No, I go for another air slash. Well, anyway, so her wheezing's in. It's gonna die to another air slash, but because she can't pain split while I'm behind a sub, it's just beautiful. She's gonna have to go for a sludge bomb to break my sub, and then you can kill her with an air slash as it is. So now my Tropius is not behind the sub. A little bit more dangerous for me to be in a position of, which means that she can bring in her Ampharos. Now here's the fun part. I figure she's not going to have Hidden Power Ice because she should have brought her Ampharos in a long time ago. If she had Hidden Power Ice, she goes for the Thunderbolt. I know I can take a Thunderbolt very well, get down to the range where Citrus is going to happen, and what I can do is just sub on up here. And as you see, that Thunderbolt, that's, you know, a neutral Thunderbolt did 50%. It is off an Ampharos, and granted, it's also not Specs, but it's when you're not invested in your special defense, it's not great. But anyway, I'm just going to go for a Leech Seed here, find my Citrus Berry, eat my Citrus Berry, and I don't find one, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm going to protect to see if I do find another Citrus Berry, just, you know, give myself that little edge. But what I can do is know that max HP, max speed def. Oh yeah, I do get a Citrus Berry. Well, there you go. What I know is that max HP, max speed def throw, the bulkiest fighting type Pokemon there is right now. It's bulkier than Conkeldurr, by the way. If you guys didn't know that, it's the bulkiest fighting type there is. Throw can come in, take a Hidden Power Ice easily, and get a little bit of health back with leftovers and Leech Seed, and I can start firing off Guts boosted Storm Throws because I am asleep. Sleep activates Guts. So that's a thing. So yeah, rest, talk, bulk up, throw, doing his thing. Carlee's soft comes in as I believe, end up sleep talking the bulk up, which means that Sock ain't gonna be doing anything to me. Nothing. Zero things. Looking, if we do a quick rundown of Carlee's team left, what she's got left is she's got this Sock, which if it's CB, it's gonna hurt a little bit with it stab close combat. But other than that, you know, I can just set up bulk ups all day. Her Absol would have to rely on a crit with its ability Super Luck. It would be Super Luck combined with a high critting move. It would probably end up happening if she just kept firing them off. I'd have to, you know, immediately go for Strong Throw on that. Her Ampharos I can take for days, honestly. I can take Thunderbolts pretty well. I can take Hidden Power Ices even better and just set up bulk ups and then kill with the Strong Throw. Maybe get paralyzed by the static and then have Guts boosted. And her Altaria she already revealed to be Dragon Dance with the Black Sludge as it is. And even though I'm auto-attacking with Storm Throw, she's not going to appreciate +5, +6 Storm Throw as it is. So right now I'm looking to sweep with my throw just through the other 4 things on her team. But here I do end up pulling the rest on the Sleep Talk, which means what I can do right here is just go for the Storm Throw here to get rid of this Sock, because I know it's going to be a problem. She sees she's not doing enough damage to where she's going to be pleased, so she goes into Altaria actually predicting my bulk up as I decide to Storm Throw, and that's going to have no problem taking out an Altaria for 12%, which means that I do not have to worry about that thing setting up all over me. I get some more of the health back with my lefties, and she's going to bring in, I believe, her Ampharos here to try and smack me for a decent amount of damage. But again, max HP, max specially defensive throw, the bulkiest fighting type there is, other than, you know, fighting type Arceus. But lol, who uses Arceus fighting? Anyway, actually that wouldn't be too bad. Anyway, I need to move on. I kill that off with Storm Throw. Don't get paralyzed by static, which is actually pretty decent considering she's going to bring in her Absol right here. I figured the best move she'd have to go for would be Superpower, but she actually does carry the Psycho Cut as a form of coverage, and I'm just going to be able to take her out with a +1 Storm Throw. Yeah, the Storm Throw. People are so, they're like, stop, you got like 4 crits in a row, and I have to remind them that Storm Throw cannot not crit. So, it's a beautiful move. A lot of people underestimate it, and Throw's just going to wrap up this match, live a, I'm guessing, CB close combat, because that did way too much to a +1 throw, and just kill with the Storm Throw from here on lower defenses. You know, Sokka's most likely locked in. Tropius takes that thing on for days when it's locked into close combat. So, as it is, I get to go up a little bit in the ladder. Not very much at all, just because I haven't laddered with NU at all. But as it is, close 4-0. I say close just because if that Altaria had not had Black Sludge, I don't know what I would have done about it. But that just made it a whole lot easier to deal with, and Throw ended up being able to clean out the match for me. So I've been rambling on for a while. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, like, comment, sub to Brave Volcarona, all those great things. Especially comment. I love reading comments. And go check out the other admins of Brave Volcarona, and I will see you guys later. So until next time, hope you guys enjoyed. This has been TheDarkEwan45 signing out. Peace out, guys. I will see you guys later. Keep your stick on the ice.